Finally, let's talk about PDF forms. We will be using a variety of techniques we learned previously in this video to tackle some of the issues we'll need to deal with when it comes to a PDF form. The number one thing you need to know with a PDF form and accessibility is that a PDF form must be a fillable PDF form in order for it to be considered accessible. Now, before we get to that part, I do want to bring to your attention one peculiarity that exists, especially when it deals with the built-in PDF screen reader here in Adobe Acrobat. You'll quickly see what I mean here. Now, it does depend on how your form is created. In this case, we use several underscores to denote any of the areas where one would fill in information. Now, that causes an issue here once we listen to it. Here we go.
No. Dog Lovers Club application form. Name underscore 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 under.
You see what I mean. No one wants to listen to those underscore underscore underscores being repeated. So the first thing we need to do, at least in a form like this, is remove those underscores from the reading order altogether. Pretty easy to do using the reading order tool that we talked about earlier. I'll open it up. I will highlight the underscores that I want to remove from the reading order. I will hit text paragraph to give them their own place in the reading order. Same with these other underscore lines. Now that we have separated those in particular, we can go to the reading order field, or the panel, and the underscore lines can be deleted and removed from the reading order altogether. Now we don't have to worry about those being read erroneously. Now that that's been taken care of, let's handle the fillable part of this PDF form. I am going to use the Identify Form Fields command in our accessibility tools. This process happens automatically. A few things that you need to look out for here are to make sure that each one of these form fields has information in the tooltip property. To do that, we can right-click on any of these form fields, go to their properties, and we should see the name of the form field in this tooltip area. If that is not filled in, you will see an error on your accessibility checker. In this case, the automatic form field generator has done it for us. Those tooltips are important because that is actually what gets read by the screen reader. The next thing we need to look out for is the tab order of our form fields. Tabbing through a form is an easy way to navigate from field to field, and it should follow a logical order similar to the reading order of our document. An easy way to check our reading order is to select the topmost field in our form field panel on the right-hand side. And from here, I will just use my down arrow to scroll through the available form fields. As I go through this, the highlighting of each particular field should follow a logical order that I expect. I'll just arrow down, and indeed, it is highlighting the form fields as I expect. If we do need to change the tab order, it's as easy as clicking, dragging, and dropping, just like our reading order from earlier. Now, for this form to be considered accessible, we'll also need to make sure that our form fields are in the proper reading order with the rest of the text of the form. That means we'll need to make sure our fields come directly after the labels in the form. Now, to make sure that these are in the reading order, we also have to make sure that they are tagged, which they're not yet. If I go back to our accessibility checker and check this document again, we can see now that we have a few additional errors, including the tagged form field. You can also see the tagged annotations here. Both of these issues will be solved with the same solution. To make sure these are tagged, we will go through the same process as the manual tagging that we did earlier. This means we will go to the Tags panel. We will go to the root tag, the very topmost tag. Go to Find. However, this time, under the Find drop-down menu, we are going to change this to Unmarked Annotations. I'll select Find, and then it will go through and highlight any unmarked annotations or form fields in this case. Select Tag Element, choose the proper type. In this case will be a form. Hit OK, and I will do this for the remaining elements. Hit OK. Now if I go back to my accessibility checker, ask it to check again, you can see that both the tagged annotations and tagged form fields issues have been alleviated. However, there's still one final step, and that is making sure that these form fields are in the proper reading order. I'll go to the Reading Order tab, and we can see that these newly created form tags are not quite in the order we need them to be. This, again, is an easy fix. We're just going to drag and drop them in the Reading Order panel to the appropriate place in the list. I'll start with the Name field, click it, drag it to right after the name label, and do the same for the other fields. There we have it. Now that I have verified that the reading order for this form is correct, now we have an accessible and fillable form. Let's close the reading order panel to see the finished product. And there we have it.